Hi everybody, Mike Amato here, and this video is a little impromptu. I was sitting here looking at the sunset, as you can see, in the island of Maui. I'm at the hotel Grand Wailea. I'll show you a little bit of the grounds, and again, the sunset back there is just getting ready to go down. But anyways, I wanted to share with all of you a little bit of a story. You know, we talked about, in one of the videos, I was asked, what is a vision board and how to use it? And the reason I thought of this, and thought I'd just shoot a really quick video for all of you, is that when I used to come here to the Grand Wailea back in the day, when I was the division president, we would take our top managers here for 3 days of inspiring meetings and just fun, and congratulate them on being successful. It was actually 500 people, so it was the employee plus their spouse or partner or grandmother or grandfather, didn't matter, they could bring a guest. And we would bring them here for 3 days of just a great time, as I mentioned. And it was so great to hang out with these individuals and just get a chance to thank them for a job well done. You know, we had about 5% of the people qualified for this trip. So we got these people here. It was just really tremendous and so exciting to host them. It was a little bit exhausting, but it was so fun. I made so many great connections. Anyways, the one story that I'll tell you about regarding vision boards is that there was a time when I was at a manager's meeting during the beginning of the year, and one of the managers, who's now a very good friend of mine actually, came up and said, you know, Mike, I think the Premier Group, which is what we called it, is a fantastic idea, and it seems like everybody that goes has a great time, but I don't think it's fair that only 5% get a go. It's just too, I don't even know how to qualify for it. It's just too difficult to get there. And I said, well, you know, the idea is to say, don't think about, oh, there's a conch shell calling us to dinner. But anyways, I said, don't think about the 95% that don't go, and is it fair or not fair, because you're focused on the wrong thing. I said, why don't you create a vision? And I said, every month I'm going to send you a postcard. And the postcard is going to be some sort of a view of Hawaii. And I want you just to think about that and say, if you want to be there, how will you make it happen? Now, under that vision, create a strategy for things that you're going to do. Don't make a list of 100 things and get overwhelmed and not do anything. Try 3 things that are different than what you did last year. And really focus on saying, how can I just simply grow my business and have a greater impact on my customers, on my employees, get the right people in the right places, and see if I can't become that 5%, because it can happen if you believe it can happen. And I know that sounds like I always say that belief is such an important thing, and it's actually not very, I don't mean to make it sound so magical or mystical, but if you believe it, it shall be. But I am telling you, the focus on making something, making in this case the Premier Group, and the focus on just thinking, what can I do differently to make it happen, change the entire energy for this individual. And you know, every month, just like I promised, I sent him a postcard. And from this, actually, we developed a program where we had different tables for every type of different type of business unit or branch, and we would keep running tallies every month for the people that were in the 1st through 5th places. And so from this program, actually, we started sending postcards starting the second half of the year to all the people who were in 2nd through 5th place, to their partners at home if they were married, or if not, we just sent it to their home and so they could see it, but postcards from Hawaii so they could see what they were striving for. And I'll tell you, it created a lot of intense activity around people thinking, this really is a vision that I can attain. But back to my story, what happened was, as I sent the postcards in, this individual started thinking more and more about what to do and how to do it, started really paying attention to what the very best business units were doing, what the very best managers were doing, and found some things that were magical for him. Number one, the right people. He had some people on his team that were sort of indifferent to his messages and really to the customer experience, and he quickly retooled his team. Took some people and asked them to do more and engage. Other people, he invited them to work at another business unit if they didn't believe in his vision, and if they didn't want to go where his branch was going. In this case, it's a branch. And he just really built a team of engaged and passionate people that believed in him. Now, once he got the right team in place, he started talking to his customers and says, how can we be more relevant to you, and how can we help you more, and started changing his I love the word relevance, started changing his relevance and the team's relevance to the financial lives of their customers. So phenomenal difference in terms of then customer satisfaction and even customer advocacy. So from that came all sorts of different activities that they built on terms of a tactical plan, saying, let's do more of this and let's do more of that. And barriers that had been previously defined in his mind as limits, all of a sudden change. And instead of having limits, the idea was, what's it going to take to hit my vision? What's it going to take to be that top 5%? And I have to tell you, it actually worked. Otherwise, I wouldn't be telling you the story. We'd be talking about the weather maybe, or the beautiful waves in the background, but no, it actually worked. And I was able to join this individual at our next premier group the following year when we went on our trip, because he made it, his branch made it. And by the way, one of the coolest things we did was we had a special trip for the people that worked for the winning branches. So we had individuals who actually helped him succeed. They also got their own trips for their peer groups in spectacular locations as well. So it was a magical time in terms of certainly my experience as a leader. Fantastic time in terms of meeting I keep saying fantastic, but meeting people who really strive to achieve things. And as we start applying this to the things that I'm sharing with all of you, it makes a massive difference. And we can talk more specifically about this in how you look at your journey, whether it's life, relationship, you run your own business, or your career. Let's talk about how this sort of, this idea about removing limits, removing barriers, removing self-limiting beliefs, and how removing those opens up a whole bunch of things for you in terms of, now how do you then, once you remove the limits, how do you look at what you're doing differently than you were before? Because really, you can make a much bigger impact on what you're doing than what you think when you remove those limits. So look, this was unscripted. No fantastic lesson beyond that. It's just I want to let you know I'm thinking about you. I love the comments, by the way. It really has inspired me. I was just reading one in the hotel room today, and I thought, I just loved it so much that I thought I would step out on the lanai and send you guys all a quick video. I want to get this posted. Just to let you know I'm thinking about you, and a little story that goes with the property here on the Grand Wailea. So with that, I'll say so long for now. I look forward to talking to you soon, and get ready. I've got more content coming soon. Well, I won't talk about the topics now. I'll do it when I shoot the videos. All right, guys, take care. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Aloha.